really a revision to the much older American Indian Education Act from 1988. And it says that a school district or participating school must provide American Indian culture and language classes if either of these things are true. At least 5% of the students are American Indian, or the school has 100 or more American Indian students. That is a mandate by Minnesota law. That mandate has put over 200 districts out of compliance with the law because they have more than 5% students or more than 100 Native students in their school. And they have no one to teach American Indian languages or cultures. The solutions have usually not been to go hire somebody capable and credentialed to teach American Indian languages and cultures. What they usually do is they change an existing staff person's job description and say, we are adding to your duties taking care of this mandate. Most of those educators aren't even Indigenous. So how can a non-Indigenous person who doesn't know an Indigenous language teach an Indigenous language? It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it, but that's where the districts are at. All right. Also, depending on how you do the counts, MDE just released their new data. I was talking to Ben. He said there's about 331 certified Native American educators here in the state of Minnesota. There might be around 230 who are certified Native American educators who are working in schools as educators. I think the Education Minnesota Teacher Union has about 90,000 members. Put it at scale, it's a tiny percentage of the teaching core that's out there. By the way, the teaching core has never reflected the diversity of the students who are coming to learn. And we need to love everybody and teach everybody, and men need to teach boys and girls, and women need to teach boys and girls, and we got to show up and do the work. And at the same time, there are so many problems with the disconnects, cultural, learning, community disconnects. What happens if you have an all-male gender equity team? You're missing some vital perspectives and the optics aren't so good. What happens if you have an all-white racial equity team? Same problem. And it's the same thing if you have a bunch of really good-hearted, well-intended white educators trying to figure out how to deliver on the new statutory language and mandate, who care and are aware of the issues but don't know what to do. So we got to fill some gaps. And I mean, gap isn't even the beginning of it. It's not like there's a little gap in the pipeline. It's like we have never had a pipeline of Native educators.